Hello friends, I am Dr. Himanshu Sharma. I am teaching machine learning subject. Today in this video lecture I will teach what are artificial neural networks and what are backpropagation algorithms in it. So first of all we will see what is artificial neural networks. So artificial neural networks are inspired by the human brain. These are basically algorithms which try to mimic the brain. So they are massively parallel distributed system made up of simple processing units called neurons. Synaptic connection strength among neurons are used to store the acquired knowledge. Knowledge is acquired by the networks from its environment through a learning process. So let us see the history of neural networks. In late 1800s, the neural networks appear as an analogy to biological systems. In 1960s, simple neural networks appear. In 1986, backpropagation algorithm, which is very famous algorithm in artificial neural networks, appeared. Neural networks has a resurgence in popularity and more computationally expensive. So what are the applications of ANN? So ANN have been widely used in various domains for pattern recognition, function approximation and associative memory. So the properties of ANN are their inputs are flexible, they can have any real value, they are highly correlated or independent. Target function may be discrete values, real valued, or vector of distance, discrete or real values. Resistant to errors in the training data, long training time, fast evaluation, the function produced can be difficult for human to interpret. So we will see here when to consider neural networks in machine learning. When input is highly dimensional, discrete or raw valued. Output is discrete or real valued. Output is a vector of values, possibly noisy data. Form of target function is unknown. Human readability of the result is not important. For example, speech phenomena recognition, image classification, financial prediction. So let us see how we can correlate a brain structure with the artificial neural network structure. In brain, the biological cells are called neurons. On artificial intelligence, the equal entity is known as perceptron. Here the block diagram of a perceptron is shown. The input variables are denoted by input vector capital X, which is having elements x0, x1 up to xn. The each input is having some weight capital W and their values are denoted by small w starting from w0, w1 up to wn corresponding to each input vector. Then these are summed at a particular point and the accordingly activation function is produced. For example, if we are touching a surface and if we are touching a hot surface and if it is hot, then our brain will send a signal that it is hot and we immediately remove our hand from this surface. So we can match this example with this scenario. Here x0, x1, xn are denoting the nerves going from our hands to the brain, and when we feel it is very much hot, the temperature value is denoted by the weights. So they are collected by uh, they are combinedly collected by the brain in sigma function, and the activation function is the brain sends the signal to the hand that immediately you remove your hand from the hot surface, otherwise it will get burned. So this is very good example of a perceptron. So y, the output is denoted by y, that is sine sigma I is running from 0 to n wi into xi minus t. T is the bias point. The n-dimensional input vector x is mapped into variable y by means of scalar product and a non-linear function mapping. So let us explain perceptron. It is basic unit in a neural network Linear separator, it is having inputs, variables which I have already defined, x1 up to xn, these are the inputs. Weights are denoted by w1 to wn. Bias input x0, weighted sum of output y is equal to w0 into x0 plus w1 into x1 up to w1 into xn. A threshold function or activation function, that is unity if y is greater than t, minus 1 if y is less than t. So this is the structure of artificial neural networks. This is the black box. These are the input nodes x1, x2, x3. These are their weights, and this is the sigma function, output node. So this is known as perceptron model. The model is an assembly of interconnected nodes and weighted links. Output nodes sum up each of its input value according to the weights of its links. Compare output node against some threshold t. So perceptron model is denoted by y is equal to I sigma I wi into xi minus t, that is the same formula which we have discussed earlier, or I is can be replaced by the function, that is sine function. Any function we can put over here, sigmoid function, sine function, delta function. So what kind of connectivity in between the perceptrons? There are two types of connectivity. One is feed forward network and second is recurrent network. Feed forward means here you can see input units. These are the hidden layer or hidden units, and this is the output unit. In recurrent network, the feed forward network does not follow. They are having in some stage from one stage to second stage, and in the next stage they can be parallel to each other, means output is going to the same stage from one second stage to the second stage itself. So this is a complicated structure, and it is basically biologically realistic structure of ANN. But feed forward networks are very simple networks and recurrent networks are very complex networks. For study purpose, we generally take feed forward network first. After that, we extend these studies or theorems to the recurrent networks because they are easy to study. So these are different network topologies. Single layer feed forward networks, input layer projecting into the output layer. This is the input layer, this is the output layer, this is single layer network. Then we have multi-layered feed-forward networks. This is input stage. This is second stage called hidden stage, and this is the output stage or output layer. Here we have one hidden layer and one input layer and one output layer. So multi-layer feed-forward network example is given here. Here we have two hidden layers. That is layer number 2 and 3 are called hidden layer or middle layers. This is input layer and this is output layer. So coming on to the recurrent network category, a network with feedback where some of the inputs are connected to the sum of its output. Here you can see the output going to the input itself. Here the output is going to the input itself. So it is known as recurrent network. What are the algorithm for learning ANN? The algorithm for learning ANN starts from the error function, that is E is equal to sigma I yi minus f wi comma xi whole square. Find the weights. First of all, we initialize the weights w0, w1 up to wk with the random values. Then we adjust the weights in such a way that the output of ANN is consistent with class labels of training examples. Then we find the weights wi that minimize the above error function. For example, gradient descent and backpropagation algorithm. So these are the formulas how we calculate the error, that is delta I, and how we adjust the weights, that is wj. These are known as delta rule. These are multi-layer networks. The class of functions representable by perceptron is limited. Output x g w raised to power t x is equal to g sigma wj into xj. So this is a hidden layer network with two inputs and three middle layer hidden stage and one output. Here you can see we have two inputs x1 and x2 having the weights w11 to w32. Then we have middle stage. We have three functions over here, that is v1, v2 and v3. Then their weights are connected to the output stage. So multi-layer networks are represented by linear unit in appropriate no more expressed than a single layer, introduce non-linearity, and use sigmoid functions. Now we will see what is the sigmoid function. So sigmoid function is given by gh is equal to 1 upon 1 plus e raised to power minus h. So this is the sigmoid function. We can adjust the w according to this sigmoid function, that is sigma I is running from 1 to r yi minus output of xi whole square, that is equal to sigma I is running from 1 to r yi minus g w raised to power t xi whole square. So this is sigmoid unit, this is sigma function which we have seen. Here you can see the curve, the same curve is given here. This is the traditional perceptron, these are the inputs, these are the weights, this is their sum, net sum I is running from 0 to d wixi. So this is sigmoid function expression, that is sigma net is equal to 1 upon 1 plus e raised to power minus net. Sigma x is the sigmoid function, also known as activation function, that is 1 upon 1 plus e raised to power x. So this is the property which is differentiable. We can derive gradient descent rule to train one sigmoid unit, multi-layer network of sigmoid units, and back propagation. So now we have come to the back propagation algorithm, which is denoted by output of x is equal to g sigma j wj g sigma k wjk into xk. So we in back propagation we calculate a set of weights, that is wj or wjk, to minimize the error. That is, error is the difference between actual output and ideal output. Sigma I yi minus output of xi square by gradient descent. That's it. That's the back propagation algorithm. So here the theory of back propagation algorithm is explained. The steps are important. For each training tuple, the weights are modified to minimize the mean square error. The basic concept in back propagation is just we have to reduce the squared error given by this formula. So these are the steps: initialize the weights, propagate the input forward, back propagate the error, terminate the condition, and repeat this task until the output error is minimized. So this is the algorithm. It is also given in Tom Michel in various other books. So this is the back propagation learning algorithms. Here it is important to note that we are at the last adjusting the weight, that is wij. Wij, this is the older value, this is the new value, and this is the parameter which we have calculated in previous steps. So coming on to the multi-layer neural networks, the network topology, neural networks as a classifier, artificial neural networks, again here it is given as example. These are the linear perceptrons, a multi-layer feed forward neural network. How it looks, these are the output, this is the input, and this is input layer, this is hidden layer, this is output layer. So at last we see the general structure of ANN, that is input layer, these are many variables, then hidden layer, and this is the output layer. What we do is at the hidden layer we provide the activation function. So training ANN means learning the weights of the neurons. So thank you very much. Happy learning. Thank you.